Today we'll review the Nikon D5300. So I think if you're just starting out in photography, this is a must-have camera, and I'm going to explain why in this review. So one caveat I want to call out before I jump into it is I did sell the kit lens that it comes out with, and I use this Sigma lens, which I'll have another review up. So why I like the Nikon D5300 and why I think it's beginner friendly, if you look at the interface of the camera, here, there's not too many buttons. I recommend taking a photography class. Slowly you learn the different part pieces like aperture, shutter speed, and then ISO to understand how to balance the three. But this camera does a really good job of intuitively guiding you through how to experiment with that process. I've taken over 5,000 photos with this camera. Throughout this review, you'll see the photos posted. It is somewhat heavy compared to competitors, so if you're going to carry this around a lot, I recommend using a lanyard. It does come with one. I don't really like the kit lens. I personally did not find it helpful with taking photos. I had found the focus to be off, so I never used the kit. I just bought this Sigma as another type of lens. It has an area to put the battery in at the bottom here, so it just slides out. I'd recommend getting a backup battery. Typically, if you leave the camera on while it does go to sleep, you'll want to have another battery in backup because I would say the battery life is usually a couple hours at best. I've used this for over 8 years at this point, and it still works just like the day I bought it, and it also has a great resale value if I were to resell it. I keep it just for the versatility. I do still like the output that it has in terms of photography. I find it to be a very good go-to, given it's an actual DSLR versus a mirrorless. It also comes with a manual that's super helpful, so I would recommend reviewing the manual to see all of its different functions. Now, one watch-out with Nikons, you actually can't film a lot of video on these guys. There's a limit of 10 minutes, and it's not based on memory, it's just based on the camera itself. So if you're planning on being a content creator, don't use the D5300 as your camera for that content creation, unless you plan on making really short videos, because that 10 minutes extends over all video types, something I didn't know when I bought this originally. In terms of the different ports, you can actually directly connect it to your computer, so you don't have to use an SD card reader, but I typically use the SD card reader, just take the SD card out and plug into the computer via USB port. But if you want to do it via HDMI, if you have audio-visual equipment like a shotgun mic or something else you want to hook up to this guy, you can hook up all of that through these ports here. You can format the memory card through the menu within the camera as well, so you don't have to do that via the computer. Another good feature is this is versatile with choosing which lens you want to use. I like this Sigma lens. Easy to attach, you just screw it on. Obviously it's heavier if you have the lens attached. So the port for the SD card is on the other side here. You just insert the card, it accepts all standard SD cards. That attachable screen is kind of cool because you can flip it around, so you can see here if you were planning on using this for video or you want your subject to be able to see it, you could have it in their view as such, or I usually just leave it so I can see it. I rarely actually look through the camera to take a photo. I usually just use the screen on the side. So there you have it. That's the Nikon D5300. Again, perfect beginner camera, very versatile. You could use a lot of different lenses. Bar none, one of the best photography cameras out there in my opinion. Not so great for video, so I would not buy it for video if that's your plan. Would buy some spare batteries as well, given the life isn't so great. So yeah, if you're looking to start your photography career, hope you found this helpful, and I hope you have a great day.